good afternoon, West Ham fans. Let's get into it and give you a bit of an update on loan spells and the academy. Well, a happy Easter Monday to you all. Hope you're all safe and well. Yeah, it's weird this Easter period because particularly for the loan spells, there's two games. They play on Friday and they play later on today. So what I thought I'd do is give you a roundup of the Good Friday fixtures now, and then later on in the week give you an update of how they performed in the they performed on the ones today, really. And also I'm going to talk a bit about the academy as well. They are obviously starting preparations for the end of the season. Will come up to the end of the season as well as the first team as well. And so they've got a few games coming up. So they had a friendly last week as well. So it's sort of an amalgamation of the academy show. Back to normal next week. Now all this international break and bank holidays, we'll be back to the academy shows every Monday because we'll have a full fixture of the academy's sides playing this weekend. So anyway, let's crack into it. Loads to get through. Also later on, we've got Holly doing an interview with David from Blowing Bubbles magazine, talking about the season so far. And then later on, we'll have Dave Moyes' press conference for the head of the Spurs game tomorrow. So yes, it is never ending when it comes to West Ham. Let's talk about the loan signing. So obviously Flynn, we did a whole show about this like last week. So go back and check it out where I sort of rated all the loan signings for the how it's gone individually as a whole. So Flynn's once worked quite well, to be honest. So for him, yes, he played the full 90 minutes on Good Friday as Southampton drew 1-1 to Middlesbrough. They actually play promotion chasing Ipswich today at 5:30. I think it's on Sky. So that's going to be a really good game to watch because it's getting a bit tight down there in terms of the Championship. They are, Southampton are quite, settled in that sort of playoff spot. But with 9 games to go, anything can happen in the Championship, as we well know. Once again, Callum Marshall wasn't in the matchday squad as West Brom drew 1-1 away to Mill on Good Friday. They actually play, they're back in action at home today against Watford. So maybe Callum might get some minutes. You never know. Probably not. Freddie Potts, another 90 under his belt as Wycombe went down 3-1 away to Portsmouth a Good Friday. Gideon was a unused substitute. They played Blackpool this afternoon, so I'd imagine you'll probably see Gideon getting some minutes as well as Freddie. Dan Chesters, God bless him, was a 73rd minute substitute as Salford City lost 2-1 at home to Sutton. They play away to Walsall today. So again, Dan's been playing quite a lot of games on the right-hand side. And he's been starting quite a lot as well. So I'd imagine he may well be a start today, for example, having been off the bench, on Friday. Elsewhere, where else are we going? Let's go to Dagenham Redbridge. Cian Forson, another 90 minutes under his belt as the Daggers won 4-1 away at home to Boreham Wood. They play Ebbsfleet today. Oh, as the crow flies, that's a bit of a derby, isn't it? Really, kinda. Over the Thames thing, he's quite close. So again, another 90 minutes. It's really worked well for him. In all honesty, this move to Daggers. As I said, some people have been and gone, like Freddie Sears. Freddie Sears has been and gone in the time that Cian's been there. Elsewhere, Heggie. Another 90 minutes, plenty of practice under his belt, to be perfectly honest, as Den Bosch lost, was it 3-0? Yeah, lost 3-0 at home to Dordrecht in the Dutch second division. Den Bosch are currently 19th and one place from bottom. All the foreign leagues have funny sort of like playoff things. So I don't assume there's a playoff or something like that for the last 2 bottom places. Maybe I'm not too sure, to be fair. Concentrating on more abroad as well. Let's talk about Thilo Kehrer. Thilo Kehrer played the full 90 minutes at left centre back. Again, just mentioning that. as we need a left centre back, really, I think, at the moment. As Monaco beat Metz. Oh, do you remember we beat Metz? That was fun. 5-2 away from home to maintain their third spot in Ligue 1. Said Benrahma was a super sub. He came on and assisted the equaliser for Lyon as a drew 1-0 against Will Still's Stade Rennes away from home. He was a 62-minute attacking substitution. An attacking substitution, that's an interesting idea. He came off for Nemanja Matic on the 62nd minute and the 65th minute. He then assisted former West Ham linked player Ernest Nwamba, the Ghanaian winger. And so they actually play the semi-final of the French Cup tomorrow against Ligue 2 side, Valenciennes. So that's could be some silverware for side potentially. Elsewhere, Nathan Trott is actually playing in the Danish Superliga Group B playoff against OB tomorrow. They're currently in the relegation zone, having been promoted last year. I have no idea what the playoff zone means, but that's what they're doing. Moving on, let's talk about the academy. Elsewhere, the academy, they tuned up this week for the sort of tail end of their season, the preparations for the conclusion of the 23-24 PL2 with a 2-1 win in a friendly against French side Rennes under 21s on Wednesday lunchtime. They host Derby County on Friday at Rush Green, so get along to that one. And they travel to Norwich, Carrow Road, and on either side of that, they've got their semi-final against of the Premier League International Cup against PSV on Tuesday. So they've got quite a bit coming up. So they've got Derby, then they've got PSV on the next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday, and then they've got Norwich on the following weekend. Hammer's had a few internationals away for in terms of the kids. Finley Herrick, Lewis Orford, they helped England under 18s to Pinatar Cup success, winning the Pinatar Cup, with the remaining under 21s featuring in a pair of friendlies. They actually played Luton a week ago, a week before that, and then they played Luton under 21s 1-2-1, and then they beat obviously Rennes under 21s 2-1 as well. So a couple of really good positive results there. And again, Rennes would be a different opposition, being international opposition, so it was good to get a bit more playing against foreign teams under their belt, because obviously we've got the Premier League International Cup coming up soon. And speaking of looking at players and stuff like that, it was reported on Sunday that West Ham were looking at some more sort of Northern Ireland players bringing them in from the academy. It was an article in the Mail on Sunday which quoted the top 5 players from Northern Ireland who are going to sort of the next generation for Northern Ireland. Callum Marshall was in that top 5, but one of the top 5 was George Finney, 16-year-old from Glentoran. Where he actually plays, he just made his debut actually, where his dad Warren, who's former Premier. No, did he play the Premier League? Warren Feeney? I think he did. Let me check. I think he did. I should probably check this beforehand. Definitely remember him playing, but let's have a look. I don't think he might not play the Premier League actually. I don't think he did. Maybe it's just one of those random names in my head. I don't know. He played. He might. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe Bournemouth, Stockport, Luton, Cardiff, Swansea, Cardiff, Dundee, back to Cardiff, Swansea, Oldham, Plymouth. Well, he's played quite a bit, to be fair. But as I said, he's now in charge of Glentoran, in Northern Ireland. And as I said, George is someone who's very exciting forward. 16, he's been courted by the likes of Spurs and Brighton as well. West Ham have got quite a good pedigree when it comes to the Northern Ireland sort of academy players. Callum Marshall we've spoken about already. Patrick Kelly. We've got Sean Moore from Clifton, where we brought in last summer. He's playing really well actually for the academy. He's played under 19s Northern Ireland over the international break. Michael Forbes as well, who I like. I think is a really good sort of reminds me like a young Craig Dawson. Michael Forbes, but he's got this big Northern Irish accent. Onside, get on man, come on, West Ham. He's like, he's got a beard as well. No, he's great, and so there's some really good players going through, and maybe George could add to that. Anyway, keep an eye on the channel. We've got lots of stuff coming up, as I said. And until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Come on, you irons. Irons!